You guys know about the new hero of the right wing and the skeptic community and whatnot. The guy named James Damore. I believe he has now raised like $43,000 in a fundraiser. But this is actually a guy who I think might have really fucked himself over, because normally there will be people, it doesn't seem like he's one who's going to branch out and start some kind of channel or something. At least that's what it seems to me now. So he might have really fucked himself, because 40,000 isn't going to get you that far. And I'm sure he made a lot more, because he was in the tech industry, and they make a good chunk. So as you guys know, he was fired because he made a memo talking about Google's ideologically echo chamber and whatnot, and said women are less in the field because of their certain things like their stress levels and whatnot. So he was fired because there are already tons of accusations of gender discrimination and things like that. There have been a lot of lawsuits being filed. Now here's something interesting about this guy. So he said that one of his favorite guys is Dave Rubin of the Rubin Report. Now Dave Rubin is the guy, as you guys know, we talk about a lot. He claims to be a liberal. He says he's the last liberal, when really he claims to be a classical liberal. But really it's contested as to what he is, because as shown in the David Pakman interview with him, he claimed to support single payer while being a classical liberal, which again is an anomaly. Additionally, what he didn't even realize is he doesn't even support single payer. He supports Obamacare. So he supports the Affordable Care Act. So basically, he claims to be for the free market, but yet he claims to want some kind of intervention by the government in healthcare. Very, very odd stuff going on. So he also calls himself a classical liberal. So from this article in the Seattle Times, it says, in a footnote for his memo, Damore said he considered himself a, quote, classical liberal, an ideology associated with the advocacy of free market economics and libertarianism. So that is what it is. Something very interesting. And I was just reading through this article, or one of the articles, and James Damore's like, oh, as far as I know, it was my free speech rights. But hold on there, bub. Okay, you're a classical liberal. You're Dunsky. You have no chance. There's no such thing as wrongful termination in the eyes of a classical liberal, correct? So you said free market. The free market. Do you know what a free market is? It is a government not intervening within the market. So if the government says, hey, we're going to regulate who you can fire, why you can fire them, how much time you need to give them before you fire them, etc., etc., that is completely in opposition to free market economics. So this whole thing is a total debacle. These idiots don't even understand that they're economically left-wing, because they're saying, hey, the government needs to jump in hiring and firing practices. They need to give civil liberties, and they also there was another thing that I was looking at that they wanted, but it was basically, now I was trying to save that for another video, but basically they want to prevent the monopoly of the internet that Google has right now, something that we're going to be getting into when we talk about Mr. Paul Joseph Watson. What's up, guys? It's Sahil here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.